Is PayTech a thing in Canada? Do we actually have innovation? The answer is yes. So in the GTA alone, there are roughly 42 to 50 probably now PayTech firms that exist, and they're not small. They do a lot of different things. Now, I don't want to go through all of these. Here's a few examples of things that they do. For instance, there are PayTech firms that also link together with accounting platforms. So what that allows you basically is you can monitor your payments as they come in, they process the payments, and they put them at the right spots into your accounting systems. So they basically do bookkeeping for you. This is a huge changer for most small businesses. There are other systems which allow business-to-business payments which are larger than minimum amounts, and they do this instantaneously, usually for fixed payments. They do this often by some form of advances, but the point is that these payments can happen quickly and seamlessly. Or put differently, these are really workarounds against, inefficiencies in the Canadian payment system as it is. Now, there's also systems that cater specifically to Chinese customers. There's RiverPay, SnapPay. So these are the systems that usually operate WeChat Pay. And I'm going to jump over those. Now, the real game changer, however, is, in my opinion, is the entry of big tech firms into the payment space. Now, big tech firms, you're already, one of the biggest tech firms in the world is Alibaba. They found Ant Financial. Ant Financial runs Alipay. So this is a no-brainer. But even Amazon, is entering the market. Apple is entering the market. eBay, PayPal, Square, all of these entities are major big players. They're major tech companies, they're tech services provider, and they're also payment providers. Square is a very good example. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. No, we actually talked about this in the other class. Square allows not only payments processing, but it involves an accounting system and allows you to do data analytics specifically for food stores, for restaurants, and even food trucks and the like. And they allow you also, at least in the US, a very convenient way to get working capital loans because they know what your income is. They can monitor your payments, so they know what goes in and out, and therefore they can use that information to make sure that when you get a loan, A, you repay it, and B, they actually give you the right rate. And of course, the biggest entrant in this field is Facebook Libra. Facebook Libra we're going to talk about in more detail at some point, but the basic idea is that the Libra Association aims to build a new financial infrastructure, and it's going to come at some point in early 2021. So it's going to be active, and it's going to be a huge threat to the financial infrastructure such as it is. You'll hear a lot about it, trust me. Now, why do the big firms, tech firms, enter the game? My personal take is they have zero expertise. This is not my take, this is a fact. It's a very competitive market, and it's one of the most regulated businesses and business environments. So they really have actually no interest. Why do they enter this market? It's just strange. So my personal take on this is twofold. Number one, they have zero interest in becoming a bank or financial institutions. All that they're trying to do is they're trying to deal with frictions that impede their business, that make it harder for them to do their thing. And so that is certainly a big driver of one of the reasons why they do it. But another reason is that, you can collect payments data and do something really valuable. So if you are a company like Facebook and you sell ads, and if you know what people actually spend their money on, this is huge. This is really important, right? So you actually get to learn a lot more about your customer than anybody else. And at the end of the day, even Visa just processes the payment, so they actually don't really know what your bill says in terms of the item statement. So if you could tell what people do for their grocery shopping, in June you can probably predict what they're going to spend their Christmas money on. Now, and of course, this graph you've seen, I've shown you in various iterations multiple times. IT costs are going down, costs of financial services remain high, and payments are specifically expensive. So that seems to be an ideal attack vector, right, to enter the market.